What's going on, guys? It's your boy Tim, the Credit Tech here. How to increase your credit limit. That's what I'm going to be talking about today. I have a Chase Sapphire preferred card. This card, they started me out with $9,000 when I applied for it for the first time. This is a travel card. Now, when my wife and I went on our vacation and we went on a trip to Cancun, Mexico, I used this card to get everything. I used it to get the tickets, get the resort, all that kind of stuff. But because I used a travel agent at the time, I made payments on it. So it was like $2,000 here and then another $2,400 later on. The cool thing is I had another card that was a balance transfer card, so I can keep it at 0%. So I made the payment with my Chase Sapphire, and then I transferred the balance over to my my 0% interest balance transfer card. Now, because I made two separate payments, I also did two separate balance transfer process things, right? And because the balance of the card was paid off, and I made sure, because I like to follow the rules that I learned, I made sure these payments were made by the statement date instead of the due date, instead of the reporting date. I made sure that the payments were made, the balance was transferred before the statement date closed, right? On both occasions. So it was 2,000 first and then 2,400 the next one. Because I had these payments taken care of as soon as possible, that showed that on the bank's end, that my utilization was at least $4,000 over a period of time. And it was taken care of very quickly. Banks like to see that you take care of the balances quickly. They also like to see what you're using the balance for, meaning this was a Chase Sapphire preferred card. This was a travel card. I used it for the purpose it was intended. I used it for travel, for vacation, that kind of thing. Banks like to see that you're using it for the purpose that it is designed, not just using it for any old thing, but for what it's designed. And then, like I said, I paid it off quickly because of the balance transfer. Well, this was early in the game, and little did I know that this is actually what triggers banks to give you increases. Now, little word of advice is, if you can, make sure all of your stuff is updated, meaning how much you make annually. For those who don't know, you can include your entire household. It's called household income. So I included my wife's income, as well as making sure all your stuff is up to date, making sure all your personal information is correct, your name, your address, your job, all that kind of stuff, right? So all of that stuff was in line. Now, I didn't necessarily ask for an increase, but here's the thing. Because I was using the money and I was using it rapidly, like I said, I used $4,400 on a $9,000 card meant for travel. They wanted me to have more money, and so they gave me more money. As a matter of fact, it went from $9,000 to $24,000 just from that. So that's just a little idea for you. Again, like I said, I used a balance transfer card to transfer the balance, so that way it was 0% interest versus getting hit with the interest that the Chase Sapphire preferred card has. But like I said, using this method that I stumbled upon, I didn't have any idea about it until I did my research and I figured it out. This is what banks like to see. They like to see that you're making big payments, that you're using it for the reason that the card was designed, and that you paid off very quickly. If you follow those steps, that will help make sure that in short time, your card can be increased, and probably drastically, right? So 3 things again: you have using the card and using a lot of it, right? Now, we want to be responsible, but using it and using it a lot of it. 2 is making sure it's used for its intended purpose. And 3, making sure that you pay it off as quickly as possible. This will help you to get higher limits, higher increases at a quicker time frame. For more tips, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow, all the fun stuff, so that way you can stay up to date on anything that I have coming out. Again, guys, it's Tim the Credit Tech. I'm out. Later.